Marvel just released a Fantastic Four trailer, and I gotta say, it looks a lot better than Superman. Alright, it looks like an actually competently made movie. You got proper lighting, costumes, hair, the proper lens. Like, what the fuck is this lens? Oh, I'm James Gunn, and people's faces look weird when you use this lens. Well, use a fucking different lens then. What are you doing, dude? Let's talk about the characters, huh? Reed, Mr. Fantastic. You know, I thought John Krasinski was great. You know, he's got a long face, so naturally you think, oh, he's got long powers, right? But they went for Pedro here. You know, I've never been disappointed with anything Pedro's done. I really liked him in Wonder Woman 84. Well, I really wish he'd shaved the mustache here too, but I guess it's better than trying to take it away using CGI. Now, I would just love to see him use Gear 4 Bounce Man like he does in Marvel Rivals, you know, complete with the dodgeball sound effects. Stretchy effects have always looked weird in live action, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do it here. Sue Storm! Her main power is not something you can really do much with, since that main power is being invisible. It's not there. You know, the only cool stuff you can do with it is if you do some Hollow Man shit. I'm looking forward to the force fields, you know, that could be cool. Hopefully they do it like how they did it with Violet in The Incredibles. And that was 21 years ago, okay? 21! They got no excuse to fuck it up this time because it's been 21 years. You gotta do better.
You've gotta do better, Senator.
And she's pretty. You know, I'm glad that they're allowed to make women pretty in movies and commercials again. We are so back, alright? But I gotta say, you know, you can't compete with 2005 Jessica Alba, alright? That was peak. Okay, but that's okay. You know, the character doesn't have to be smoking hot. The character that does have to be hot is
hot.
Johnny Storm.
Why, thank you, so are you.
You know, it's literally in his name, Human Torch. He's supposed to be hot.
Never caught fire.
This guy, I don't know, he just kind of looks like Mark Zuckerberg. Not even 2025 Mark, you know, with the curly hair and the chain. He looks like 2020 Mark, but I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet. Maybe his charisma will carry that playboy attitude. I don't even know if that's Johnny Storm's personality. I'm just basing it off the 2005 movie. 2015 Johnny, played by Michael B. Jordan, you know, he also had that bad boy attitude. Even though he didn't look like the character, he played it as well as I think anyone could have. I just don't see it with this guy yet. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Now, the most visually distinctive guy is Ben. Now, my favorite design is the 2005 one. I remember just looking at him, and he looked cool. It felt real, and it was real. It was like an actual suit they built, and makeup. So you didn't have to worry about lighting being off, or like him clipping into objects. And most importantly, it allowed the actor to emote underneath all that makeup, you know? It wasn't too in the way of seeing his actual emotions and facial expressions. The rocks did kind of look a little bit fake at times, you know? They kind of look like styrofoam just glued on sometimes, but I think if you mix it with the right sound effects and lighting and slow movements, you could sell the idea that this is actually rock. The 2015 one actually looked more like rock, but the consequence of that is he looked less human. You know, it's a little bit hard to empathize with him. But honestly, it kind of fit more with the MCU because he looked like Korg. Unfortunately, they tried to desaturate the orange so he'd look more realistic, but consequence of that is he looked like chicken fingers. Yeah, every time I saw him, I just got hungry. And I hated the fact that he was naked. That was just, dude, cover it up, man. I know the rocks are covering your dong, but it still looks weird. You know, y'all cheeked up when y'all standing in Oro, double cheeked up on a Wednesday. And this one's complete opposite. He's like fully dressed. And now I'm like, take it off, man. It's clobbering time. Take it off. But I gotta say, the suit looks comfy as shit. I want that. He looks like all snug in an air-conditioned room, and this suit is just the right amount of thickness and fluffiness. I want that. And it's probably battle damage resistant too. You know, I don't blame him for wearing something like that. Especially at home where he might like get gravel in the couch or something. And the face is human enough, I guess, you know. You can see his eyes clearly. In the close-up shots, at least. I do like that they're making him look comic accurate. But there's a balance that you gotta strike to still make the character appealing enough to the audience so they give a shit about him. And being able to emote helps a lot. Unless you spend a lot of time with him like V for Vendetta or The Mandalorian, where you don't need to see their face, but you still relate to them. You know, here I can see his eyes clearly, so that's good. And, yeah, I know this is from the comics, but is there a reason why he has such a massive brow ridge here, right? I heard the cosmic storm turned him into the same species as Korg, but Korg doesn't have that. He doesn't have that protruding brow, so how come Ben does? That's weird. Was he, like, frowning a lot when he got hit by the sand? Maybe, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna explain it, but it's just something I wonder about. Another thing I wonder about is why did they set this in the 60s, right? A possible reason is that's like the golden era of comic books, you know? Same reason is why The Incredibles set their movie in the 60s. But a cynical side of me wonders, is it just a way to make it not woke, right? You don't have any needless race swapping. There's no like third or fourth or fifth gender people walking around. They did gender swap Silver Surfer, you know? They conveniently left that shit out in this trailer, right? You know who I wish they would have gender swapped? Galactus. Yeah, Galactus. Damn. That would be interesting. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, they made him a cloud in the other movies, so I think making them a chick wouldn't be so bad. I think a lot of people would take to it, you know? They'd be like, you know what? I'm okay with this. Dude, you can gender swap anyone. Just make them hot. That's all I'm asking for. Looks good. Looks a lot better than Superman. That's my review of this teaser.